Welcome to each one of you. This is a Naomi Talk Show with yours truly, Liz Kenywa, and kama kawaida, I would like to appreciate each and every one of you that has become part of the big family that we are becoming. Asanteni sana. And if it's your first time to come across our content, allow me to say karibu nyumbani. And karibu nyumbani because in every meal we get to share, I call it a meal, episode, series, program, 3 things are therein. You'll be equipped, you'll be inspired, you'll be educated to do life the way God intended. And my question to you is, do you believe there's a way God really wired, prescribed for us to do life? Any part of life. Is it marriage? Is it child rearing? Is it about finances? Any part. Do you believe God has a manual of how we ought to do life? Think about that. As I introduce to us our topic for today, our topic for today is preparing children for independence. In the times and in the seasons we are living in, a question that I would want each one of us to process even before we get deeper into this discussion is, are we raising children who will need us forever, or are we raising adults who can thrive without us being around? Because the truth is, today your child is in kindergarten. Next year, they will be in grade 1. Before you know it, they will be in grade 10. Before you know it, they're in campus. And so you cannot wait until probably they are 15 or they are 18, the ripe age when they become young adults, for you to say, then that is when you're beginning. That will be a danger zone. However, I'm not the expert. So we have the expert on set. And when I say expert, she has raised children who are now adults. She is a grandmother. And so she has a PhD on life matters. What she speaks, she's not speaking from theory. It's practical. What has worked, what can work. And besides that, she still works with young children. So there are things she's able to see which she can highlight or she can flag. Like, wazazi hapa munaanguka. Hapa kitawaramba. Because as my father used to say, what an older person can see when they are seated, a young person, even when they are standing on top of the table, they may not be able to see it. However, we live in generations where everything is debatable, everything is subject to being criticized, but we still retain the fact that there is something that experience does, and it cannot be erased. And the difference between surviving, succeeding, and struggles is one conversation away from those who have been through life and they have the experience. Tuko pamoja? Thank you so much. So on to our guest, karibu sana. Sorry, karibu nyumbani. Because you've been our guests for quite some time, and we love it, by the way, Mami. We love it.
Thank you.
We love, do I call it sucking all the juice out of you, out of that experience, so that ikifika mahali tusiwahi sema we were never taught. Waswahili husema asiyefunzwa na mamaye ufunzwa na ulimwengu.
Yes.
Now that you are our mother, we are here to learn from you.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth,
Yes.
my daughter.
Yes.
Because that's who you are, really. And let me say this. It's always a delight to come back and speak about the things that are in my heart. Not just things that are in my heart, but things that I have lived.
Yes.
Things that sometimes I say, I wish I knew. Because even as we come here, we don't come as the experts who made it. We learned through life.
Yes.
Sometimes learning through mistakes. Sometimes just falling and rising and realizing I will not step there again.
Exactly.
Now, somebody has said that experience is the best teacher, but it doesn't have to be your own. You can ride on my own. You can ride on the experiences of the falls that I took, so that you don't get into that pit, because I know where the pit is.
Exactly.
So I don't come here as the person who has made it. I don't come here as, look at me, look at what's on my, do they call it rappels? Or rappels? Look at what's on my shoulder, the chips on my shoulder. No. I come here as one who has taken life, been beaten by life, but learned through it. And if you can pick something from me, why not? I will gladly share. And that is why it's always humbling to come back. The number 2 thing that I would like to say is that I'm not only humbled to be back, but I am elated to know that I'm so highly rated. I'm so highly rated. When you're called somewhere once, twice, thrice, then it means the rating is high. True. And that I do not take for granted. So thank you so much. It gives me so much joy. It builds me up. Just like we're going to be talking about, I know one of the things that we'll talk about maybe later is about praise. And when you tell somebody, come and tell us what, we heard you, but come and tell us again. You're saying we like what we had. True. And so it gives me a lot of pleasure. It gives me a lot of joy. And it's such a humbling experience. So yes, thank you.
Wow. You're most welcome. We are honored to have you. Na kwa mwenye hajawahi kukusikia, they don't even want to know your name.
All right. I have many names and titles. But the simplest is just what you said, a mom, a grandmom, But more than that, because my mother gave me a name.
Yes.
And life has also given me a name. There are names that you choose for yourself. So my mother's name, the name my mother gave me was Lucian. I gave myself another one. Waweru.
Oh, no. Did you give yourself or you also given?
I was given. Okay, you see, it's not my mother who gave me. You see, women...
You also made a choice, by the way. So
yes,
it's true.
Yeah. But you see also, women, we are the only ones who are given names, who are told, carry this one. This is a name for you to carry. So I was given a name. My mother gave me the first one, Lucian Wanjiko. And my father used to be called Kahiga. But I crossed over and acquired the name Waweru. So I have a husband called Waweru.
Yes.
On top of that, you've said that I have children, and many of them. And sometimes, depending on who I'm dealing with, they will call me Mama. Mama this one, Mama this one, Mama this one. So, and these days, there are small ones who call me Shosho. Shosho. Shosho Lucian. The others who will call me, Shosho Zuri. Now, Zuri is my daughter's daughter. So her friends will call me Shosho Zuri. You see? So, yeah, I have many names.
Hawajakuita Mokoro?
No. Thankfully. Thankfully. Those ones don't call me. I know who will call me Mokoro. Mokoro is your age mates. The other ones will call me Mokoro. But that thankfully, I am lucky. They call me mom. They call me mom. Everywhere I go, they call me mom. In church, they call me mom. And I at least they have not called me Mokoro. That's not because I'm not Mokoro. Well, I'm not very Mokoro. Somebody was asking me how a 50-year-old can be an old grandma. But I'm more than 50. So if somebody thinks that a 50-year-old woman can be an old grandma, then maybe I'm an older grandma. But we haven't reached there. I am a counselor. I started off as a teacher, and I've said that before. So I do a lot of teaching. I am a counselor by profession. And currently, I am a preacher too. I speak, I motivate people through my speeches. And if any one of those ones who are listening would find this motivating, welcome. I preach, as I've said, but currently, can you believe it? I'm managing a school. Okay, not my own. I want to trust God that I'll have one that is mine, that I can manage. But I'm an overseer of a learning institution, a church school called Agape Day Spring Academy in Ruiru. Yes, and you alluded to the fact that I deal with children a lot. So yes, I've just been thrust into the role of dealing with children once again.
Wow.
Yes.
Yes, and that confirms that she's the right person who can tell us about raising independent children. Because tukubali tutake, at some point we want our children to be up on their own, on their own feet. And we discussed about raising resilient children a few months ago. But now we are back. We want to understand this independent child. And from your own understanding and experience, when we talk about independence, what does it really mean to you?
Okay, now what does independence really mean to me? As you have said, rightly said, a few months ago we were here. We talked about raising resilient children. And to me, that's what independence is all about. If a child can go through life or through setbacks and be able to bounce back, to me that is independence. So resilience and independence are not very, very different. You know, because a resilient person is one who can hold on and dependent and hold on to life. I mean, hold on to things, hold on to life and not give up. And to me, independence, that spells independence.
Yeah.
It means I don't need anyone to hold me. I don't need anyone to, you know, to keep on propping me up. So if I can face setbacks and bounce back and become, then that is independence to me. Yes. And if they didn't listen to that podcast on raising resilient children, I think they should go look for it.
Yeah, so that you can connect now from that one to
this one. Yes, yes.
So now the next question I would ask is, how would you describe the current relationship between parents and children? Mahali tuko sahi in terms of independence, because we just from a holiday and some concerns were raised somewhere in a forum I was, where we have nannies in the house, and you don't even want to imagine that a nanny can tell your child to lift the cup from the table because you're paying them.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
And then that gets translated to school, where if a teacher tells a child, pick up something, that child goes home and says, I was told to pick up something.
Yes.
That parent can come to school, God's blessing.
Yes, yes, yes. Why did you tell my child to wipe the table?
Exactly.
Or, you know, or
Yes.
whatever, to lift anything.
And my child came home and said, I am very tired.
Yes.
Now, this kind of relationship, what do you see it's causing dependence and affecting us in terms of dependency and independence?
Yes. Thank you for raising that. Because there's a notion that, especially your generation, that you went through tough times, that life was so hard.
The generation behind us.
Well, maybe. I don't know. No, but it's millennials. It's millennials. And you're a millennial. It's millennials who felt like we really, tuliwatesa. You know, we made them do ABCD. We made them work. We made them wash their clothes. We made them begin cooking at an early age. And so in their minds, they're like, I'll not let my children go through what I've gone through. Now, let me just clear the air and also say, my generation, I am a baby boomer. And my generation, we also had that. We had that because we went through tough times. I remember waking up at the age of 9 or 8 and I have to light the fire. Moto ya kuni. First of all, I had to look for those kuni the night before. And then I have to wake up in the morning. My mother would never get out of bed. She would be calling me. In the meantime, I'm trying to make this fire at the age of 8 or 9. And the fire is not lighting because probably the kunis were wet or something. I don't have and I'm learning a skill, and learning skills is always hard. So when I got children, and when my generation of the boomers got children, we were kind of, we want to be lenient. But guess what? Even the ones we brought up, they still felt that we were hard on them. Yes, I know. They felt that we didn't give them so much. They felt like, we didn't buy them 10 pairs of shoes. They felt like they didn't have so many clothes to change. Even though they had clothes to change, they were not like us. For us, we had a maximum of 2. One that goes to school, which could be washed on Saturday, and maybe you can wear it on Sunday to go to church.
Oh dear.
Yes, that's the reality of many of us boomers and there before. So when we were able to go to school, we were able to get into careers. So we had some little money, but the money was not stretching enough. So we were not able to do as much as we would have wanted. But it was in our hearts. I don't want my child to eat githeri because I ate it every day. So I will introduce all these other things. I don't want my children to eat chapati only during Christmas. So I will want my children to eat a chapati at least once a week, and so on and so forth. But still, hey, the millennials still feel that tuliwasukuma. So now you can see what is, it's escalating.
Exactly.
It's escalating. But I can tell you one thing. One thing I can tell you, that trying to kuwasha moto in the morning, and I'm trying and trying. I think our parents, your grandparents, were probably wiser. They let us struggle because they knew that life is not easy. They let us light the fire. They let us look for the firewood. They let us go for the water because that was what was going to translate us into independent individuals. And yes, the boomers are independent. Unfortunately, the boomers now are bringing, when they bring up the millennials feel, not even feel, because we have it. We have property, we have homes that we have bought with our money. So our children, many of them have grown up in homes that parents have built. So they feel a kind of entitlement. This is, and anyway, I am the one to inherit this. So I really don't have to do much.
Wow.
So you see, kuna kizungumkuti pale. Our parents, even though they had homes, they had farms, walikuwa na manyumba zao. True. But they let us understand. Wake up. Light the fire. That is where it begins. Light the fire. That is where it begins. Make your tea in the morning. That is where it begins. As I was bringing up my children, I don't remember any of them waking up in the morning to go and make up their tea. Their breakfast. Their breakfast was made. And because I had the privilege of having helps and all that, I'm probably one of those who spoiled them. No, I said I have learned through my mistakes. I'm probably one of those, So I can see. And today, it's even worse. It's even worse. Right now, I told you, I am back in school. I am with young people. So who am I dealing with? I'm dealing with Gen Z's parents.
And the children are the alphas and betas.
Yes, I'm dealing with them. And I can see things are getting worse and worse and worse. We need to come back to a place. We need to find a central ground.
Yeah.
Because we need to do what we ought to do. Yes.
My goodness. I'm already feeling like, but there's hope.
Oh, there is hope. There
No
is
need
hope.
to worry, no need to panic.
Yes.
There is hope. That's why we have some of these discussions so that we can shed light
Yes.
and give hope.
Yes.
But as we do this, why, as you've given the story from when you were growing up and the way we've continued to really like deny our children the opportunities to be dependent, and of course we have clothed it with another garment. What do you think is the greatest fear in parents in releasing control?
Okay. Releasing, I'm trying to understand releasing control, because really, I think the greatest fear of parents is just remembering the pain they went through, and not understanding that growth only comes with pain.
Why? Okay.
Yes,
Hard reality.
growth only comes with pain.
Oh my goodness.
Even small children.
Actually, someone said growth is very uncomfortable.
It is. It is. And I can tell you, in one of my books, I'm an author. Sorry, I forgot to say I'm an author. And I think it's because I've been here and said it so many times that I'm a 5-time published author. In one of my books, A Season to Grow Up, I talk about a time when the adolescent is facing a growth spurt. Now, we have experts in these Gen Zs and millennials. They're experts in growth spurts. I hear all the time. I'm being told that the child is uncomfortable because they're going through a growth spurt.
Okay.
Yes. So now, even for adolescents, there's a time when there's a growth spurt. Yani, a time when there's tremendous growth happening. And that's around adolescence. That's when things are getting into place. That's when, the hips for the girls are getting, and the bust is now, that is a very painful period, which parents have never even understood. At that time, if you can remember, if somebody hit your bust, you would die because of the pain. Why? Because there was growth taking place. Now, the other pains that the adolescents don't even know how to explain the pain. They just know that this is uncomfortable. I don't feel right. This is uncomfortable. But it is the pain of growing up. Yes, so yes, growth is painful. Yes. And we better know that growth is painful. Now, unfortunately, because you've asked about releasing control, unfortunately, many parents want to come and stop the pain, stop their child,
The discomfort,
and the pain, stop the child from going through the pain, not understanding that that is what will bring growth. Now, when we talk about independence, because we've moved from the physical to the, to the mental, to the emotional, because growth is all around. And when we are talking about independence versus dependence, we are really in the realm of emotions, we are in the realm of psychology, and so on and so forth. Now, if a child has to grow emotionally, if a child has to grow physically, if a child has to grow in all the spheres of life, then in every single one of those areas, there is pain. Yes, there is pain. And if you don't realize that, now maybe you should ask me, what should the parent do?
Yes, now you can ask and answer.
What should the parent do?
Because I think I'm also there, so I'm also learning. My goodness.
Yes, what should the parent do? And one of the things is just that understanding that growth is painful.
Yeah.
And I have to just support my child through this pain. Now, I think the unfortunate thing about us, we were not getting a lot of support from our parents. If my mother would have taught me gently how to light the fire, it wouldn't have been so painful. But you see, they would leave us to navigate on our own. Fanya, jua tu kenye utafanya. You know. But as a parent, the least you can do for your child is to support them through the pain. Gently guide them, but let them. You know? Gently guide them, but let them. And I think at this point, I may want to, I think so. I think at this point, I may want to just point out a few things, that are pertinent as we try to gently support our children. And the number one thing that you can do for your child is to let them make mistakes.
Na hiyo ndio tupendi.
Exactly.
Because akifagia awache hapa, unamwambia lete.
Yes, and you come and clean it up. Let them make mistakes. There is no better learning than when you make a mistake. Now let me tell you, let me give you an analogy. I remember when I learned how to drive. I'm a very bold person. So I went to a driving school and I was gearing to go. I really wanted to go. And my husband, being he's a very, what do I say? He's a person who doesn't release easily. And I'm not saying this in a bad way.
Their personality.
He's cautious. His personality is cautious. So he's unlike me, who when I learned how to drive and my children wanted to drive, I would let them handle the car. My husband would be more cautious. So he would be very cautious with letting me drive. So what did I do? I would take the car. By force. I mean, by force means that I was not given permission, but I would take it anyway. I would take it anyway, and go to the road. And it is in the mistakes that I made that I learned. I learned that if I do that, that's a mistake. So I retrace my steps. What should I have done? And that is how people learn, including children. So let them make mistakes. Sometimes when I'm dealing with parents, even parents of older, maybe teens, there's always the feeling that they cannot, that's the control you used. They cannot let go of that control. And they kind of feel overwhelmed if they have to let their child go. And sometimes you can really see where this child is going. They are really going to make a crazy mistake. I mean, it's going to be what will come out of that mistake will be so devastating for everybody. And there's something I've always told parents: even the worst mistake is a learning episode. Even the worst. And sometimes they're like, oh, they can get okay, the days of HIV/AIDS. What about if they get HIV/AIDS? What about if they get pregnant? Those are the mistakes. I mean, those are the things that parents of teenagers really worry about. If my child is wild and they're everywhere, what about if they catch this? What about if they... And I was like, you know what? Whatever mistake a child makes, it will be a learning episode. Yes. It may be devastating. It may be disastrous, but they will have learned.
That reminds me, tulilelewa na ile taa. Kuna generation haijui taa ya mafuta.
Yes.
And
for us it was koroboi.
My younger sister would many times try to put her finger there. Na sisi tunamwambia wacha usiweke.
Yes.
Until one time my mom said no, wacha aguze.
Yes.
From that day,
exactly.
Alikuwa anaiona hivi,
anafanya.
And she can tell others, "Sikuze." It's only that she could not verbalize it, but you could tell a lesson
had been
learned.
Right. Now the problem with the parents of today, we shield our children. You shield your children from that. You would rather keep that. Uondoe hii taa uiweke mbali.
Hata afadhali mkae kwa giza.
And I know there's a school of thought. There's a school of thought that will tell you, remove the danger from the child. My friend, those schools of thought, they do not know what we face in Africa. Because some of those schools of thoughts, they have messed up their generations.
Yeah.
They have messed up their children, removing the danger. Because the world out there is dangerous.
Yeah.
There's danger. The world out there is dangerous. You cannot remove danger from the path of people. You know, today, there's so much danger. I was reading yesterday, I think it was, a news item where some girls went to celebrate a birthday somewhere on Kiambu Road, you know, some of those parks. And somebody was giving a caution that there's a marauding group that is, you know, harassing young people. Now, it was so bad. I was really, really traumatized when I read about it. It was really traumatizing. And so I'm trying to say there's so much danger today that if you do not begin to teach your child from an early age, if you begin to remove danger, they will get to a time when that danger cannot be removed from them. Because we live in a world that is dangerous. We live in a world where a young man and a young girl, your young daughter will befriend a guy who looks, you know, those cool, tall and handsome, tall and dark and handsome. I don't know whether they're still whether those are still the parameters of of good looking. Our time it was tall and handsome. Every guy who was light did not stand a chance. So I don't know what the parameters are today, whether it's light or whether it's still tall, dark, and handsome chocolate.
6-pack.
And okay, 6-pack. So thank you. They will see a 6-pack. They will be drawn to the 6-pack. And then the next thing you know, ma'am, we're going out with whoever. You know, you probably even have been introduced to whoever. And the next thing you know, your daughter has been unalived. These days, the term you guys are using is unalived. It is softer than death, has been killed. So you say, has been unalived by the 6-pack. So there's danger all over. 6-packs can alive your little girls. And they've been doing it. So, but where did it start? It started from, we do not allow, we removed the danger from them. We put we put all those items that could be dangerous, and we put them on top of places where they could not reach. So they were never pricked by a needle because the needle was out of sight.
Yeah.
They were never. So when they see a 6-pack, they do not see danger. They see tall and handsome and 6-pack, and they are drawn to it like a magnet.
I think that ability to analyze situations so that you can zero down on whether it's good or bad is totally taken away.
Yes.
Completely. So they have everything showing up. Good. We swim. We go. But when they are exposed, we are not talking of extreme dangers, really.
True.
You can't leave your 2-year-old na gas iko on na ugali na chemka ama githeri. That's not what we are talking about. It is those small kind of exposures that are manageable, that leave a teachable lesson, even from that tender age.
Yeah.
That a child knows, hey, danger looks like this.
Danger looks like this.
Bad things look like this. But when we cushion them, that ability to analyze, haiko. Umesema juu ya let them make mistakes.
Because failure, and let them just know failure is just feedback. If you fail, like I've told you, I'd go with the car, I'd fail. But that gives me feedback. And when we're dealing with children, we give them manageable tasks.
True.
We put, even the dangers that we allow is manageable danger. It's not something that's going to kill them.
Of course.
Yes. It's not even something that will burn them so that we are taking them to hospital with the second and 30 degrees burns. No. It's just small dangers. So let them know that even if they make a failure, that is feedback. If they sweep and the floor is not clean, let them know it's okay. Because tomorrow you will make, you will sweep well.
Yeah.
That is just feedback. And it is okay. Now, the other thing that I would like to talk about is that we need to also involve them in household tasks. Involve them in household tasks. Whatever it is that we are doing. And I've always told parents, especially young parents, I've always told them, your child will not get pneumonia from coming to wash clothes with you if you're washing clothes. Now, of course, I know I'm talking to a generation that is doing machines and, doing washing machines and everything. But there's still a generation that washes with their hands. So your child will not get pneumonia.
But the child can also load the machine.
The child can also, exactly. They will not get pneumonia from that. They will not get exhaustion and die from exhaustion because they picked a few clothes and loaded them in the washing machine. Or they will not die because they picked their cup and brought to the sink. Those are small things that you should involve them in, allow them to do it. In fact, put a protocol where they are doing stuff. Let them pick their toys. They're the ones who are playing with them. Let them learn to pick.
Auntie, amemaliza kucheza okota.
Just tell them, clean up. Sweetheart, clean up. Pick your toys, put them in the basket where we normally put them. So, age appropriate is the word.
Yes.
Age appropriate. Let them pick up. Let them clean them even. Let them clean them even. Let them carry their own lunch boxes. Sio lazima auntie ambebe lunch box akienda, akimpeleka kwa gari ya shule. Let them carry their bags. Anyway, one of my subjects in the university was physical education. I'm a physical education teacher. So I also know that physical fitness comes from doing some physical exercises. And some of those, like carrying something on your back, is helpful to the back. So let them carry their small backpacks and all that. And also, let them panga their shoes by the door. Don't always go to pick them up, okay? And because I can see our time is running. Time runs when we are enjoying when we are enjoying our topic. I think also we have a generation, and this is not just a generation because I know I was there. Overcorrecting mistakes. Learn to not overcorrect. Yes, and you see, it goes with that first one. Let them make mistakes. So don't keep on correcting and overcorrecting, because they are learning. Give them time to do simple tasks on their own without your interference. Yes. We did this Kalongo business. Cha mama na cha baba. That is how we began to learn, and so let them also have their own cha mama na cha baba time and their kalongolongo things without you thinking that this is all dirty. Ni uchafu. Why are you making the house dirty?
Hata omo inasemangwa that is good. Meaning,
yes.
Wacha wachafuke, wachafue.
Yes.
There's always a solution.
Exactly. And so, because we are saying don't overcorrect, sometimes we overcorrect because we did not create enough time to do certain things. For example, we want them to learn how to dress themselves. But we've just called them some minutes to 8 and we need to leave at 8. So if they were learning to put on a socks, it would be hard.
Exactly.
So make enough time. Give enough time for them to make those mistakes and to correct them. And even if they can't correct them, you still have enough time to do what you need to do, right? Yeah, give them time. Even when you're teaching a child how to feed themselves, give time because they're learning.
Yeah.
The spills will happen. Don't fly off the handle because the child has taken the spoon and it has gone upside down, and and you're saying, no, that's not the way to do it. Can't you hold the spoon nicely? No, they can't. Their little fingers are still learning. There's something called dexterity, so they still don't have that dexterity. Their little fingers are still getting used to holding things. Okay, so give them those, manageable tasks. They can feed the cat, for example. They can put, I don't like cats, but I know that there are families that love cats. So, and the chihuahuas, and they can clean the chihuahua, even if they don't do a very good job, let them learn from a very early age. Yeah. A 3-year-old actually can clean the chihuahua very, very nicely if you've been teaching them slowly. Okay? So, so provide also enough time to transition from one activity
to the other.
So that you're not rushing the child and the child is not feeling overwhelmed. If the child feels overwhelmed, then there is no learning taking place. But if they are enjoying the task because you have created enough time, that will help. Now, there's something else that I need to bring to our attention, and that is being able to offer choices. Power struggles with children come because we do not offer choices. Umemtolea nguo ya green, na hiyo ndio atavaa. Mi ndio mzazi. But remember that green is your choice.
I bought.
Suppose
That's the argument anyway.
Suppose you give them a choice. What would you like to wear?
Supposing they repeat the same outfit.
Which is still okay. They love it.
That is my biggest problem I have with my 8-year-old.
Yeah, because he loves it.
They want to repeat one outfit, one.
Because they love it.
Imekauka, shui.
They love it. They love it. But give them choices.
Wash and wear.
Give them choices. What would you like? We have these two. Now, this one, you have worn it. You wore it the other day, and so on and so forth. Now, maybe you can choose this one. So don't get into a power struggle. Let them feel like they made the choice.
Okay.
If you give them that choice, let them feel like they made the choice. You're not the one. But if you say, you can't wear that because you wore it, it's the one you had on Sunday. Give choices. Say, what would you like to wear? Maybe you should, this is my suggestion though, but if you still want to wear what you wore on Sunday, well, people will think that I don't buy clothes for you, but that's still okay with me. So you're giving them a choice. And they may eventually decide that what you are suggesting is good enough.
It's good.
Yes. So give them choices. And also, there are those areas where you need to give clear direction. Like, for example, you're going out and it is cold. And a child is insisting, Mimi staki sweater. Yeah. That's the point to say, you need to put on your jacket because it is cold. And if you don't put on your jacket, when it is this cold, you're going to catch a cold and it will be hard. You remember the last time when we went to the doctor because you had a cold? Do you remember you had an injection? Would you like that repeated? So put on your coat. So again, there is a place where you come and be clear that this needs to be done. So there are areas, there are certain things that are neither here nor there. Whether they want to repeat a cloth is neither here nor there. It doesn't doesn't give them a cold or pneumonia. It's just that it doesn't make you look good
out there.
Yeah, it is you. You're worried about you. But are you worried about them? There's something else ningetaka kusema. Naona ni dakika moja imebaki na sitaki iishe kabla sijasema hii. Create a routine. Create a routine. Children go by routines. They learn by having a predictable routine. And that fosters independence. Because they know. And I've seen with my children and their children, if it's time to bathe, it doesn't matter where they are. If they come to my house, they come with their night clothes, so that if they bathe at 7, it is time to bathe. They go to the bathroom, they bathe, put on their night clothes. Wakienda nyumbani ni kulala tu. So create that routine. It gives children that independence because they know what is going to happen next.
Yeah.
So usiwapatie chakula ki horera. You're feeding them just at whatever time you want. Let them know this is the time for breakfast and we all sit at table. Yeah. This is the time for dinner. We all eat dinner at this time. So, and then we read a book, and then we pray, and then we sleep. That creates a routine. And you will not fight, with this small girl who goes to sleep and she's saying, nataka kuenda kuhug dad. They know it's time to sleep. They're the ones who will be reminding you, I want to go and sleep. I've seen my grandchildren, when it's time to go and sleep, they will come and hug everybody and go and sleep. Yeah. They know.
This is what ought to happen.
Yes. And that is independence. They are learning to be independent. Now, and design a space for independence. Okay? Now, that's different. That's a little different from this. Design a place to be independent. Now, what kind of space is this? This is where they learn and develop. For example, like a sand pit. If you have the space, you can create a sand pit where they can, do that sand thing. You can also have a corner where they know that's our drawing corner. They go and draw so that they are not drawing on the wall and drawing on your seats and drawing on everything else. They have their drawing corner and they have their stuff to draw. You don't need a lot. You just need a paper and a pen. And, a paper and a pen or pencil or drawing stuff and whatever. That doesn't cost an arm and a leg. It's like 50 bob. So have some papers. Put them in a corner there. They're learning independence. And their skills and their talents will be able to develop. You will know when you have somebody who is artistic, they can draw and you can see. Yeah. All right. So you give them that independence. Let them draw whatever they want. Let them do their things in a corner there, and before ni sahau hii is maybe this is the final one. Our time is up, but I have a minute. Respect your child as a person.
3-year-old,
2-year-old, 1-year-old, respect them as a person. Yes. 1-year-old. You see, there are some mistakes that we made. Because I am, my child is 1-year-old and I become pregnant. I don't tell them and I don't prepare them. That means I do not respect them.
No, wait a minute.
Yes. And I'm telling you, it's a mistake. Suppose you begin to prepare that child. There is a baby here, your baby sister, your baby brother. You're respecting that child as a person. Okay. Don't treat them as a thing. Okay. They begin to learn that there is a baby growing. They can begin to bond with that baby. You said, this is my sister. Can I say hello to my sister? Yes. When is my sister coming? And you can tell them your sister is coming soon. Just wait. You're preparing them. Because when the sister finally comes, there'll be a fight. You never prepared them. You never told them. You never treated them as a person.
Okay, sawa. That means definitely we will have you back because there's a day I was somewhere and an interesting scenario unpacked. This young man was coming from school. He's about 4 years. He forgot his bottle in the car, school bus. Gets to where we were, where the mother was, and the young man cried for 1.5 hours.
Nataka chupa yangu.
And I was like, this cannot continue to happen.
Nataka chupa yangu.
My goodness. As we finish in a minute, now, how would you address that? Bearing in mind you're saying the child should be respected.
Yes.
Now you have this child who's cried. Honestly, I was counting.
Yes.
1 hour gone.
Yeah.
And I was feeling like, he's getting into my system in just 1 minute.
Yes.
How would you address that kind of a scenario?
Now, you know, a lot of that comes from the criticism they probably get because of making a mistake. Maybe they've left a bottle. Maybe they've created a bond with that bottle and you've not corrected it. Suppose they know that even if you leave the bottle in the car, you can get it tomorrow and we still have another bottle at home. Even if we don't have it, we can go get another one. It is okay. Suppose you know, children do things out of fear. Maybe they fear they will not have another bottle. But suppose you calm their fears. It's okay. We can always get another bottle. I'm sure that bottle will find it tomorrow. The driver will keep that bottle for you. And you're addressing that child in a calm way. The unfortunate thing is that when our children begin to act up, we rise with them.
Of course. Of course. Because if I was getting agitated and I'm not the parent,
you rise with them. So be able to calm things down. Those are mistakes that happen. We began by saying, let them make
mistakes.
So you see, he's feeling that he has left the bottle in the car and it's a mistake. How have you handled mistakes in the past?
Oh. So dear parents, this is what we are saying. The buck still stops with you.
Sure.
Because you're the adult in this space. And remember, they are growing every day they are growing. My mother used to say, hawajaekelewa mawe. But the end result will manifest when they are adults. Are they able to bounce back? Are they able to take charge? Are they problem solvers? Have you developed problem solving skills in their system, in their life? Because at the end of the day, you want a child who will not be so much dependent on you, even in their adult life. So I truly hope that we have learned many things. I have written so many things, let them make mistakes, realize that failure is part of feedback, involve them in the roles, in the home, and don't rescue them when they do those things wrongly. If they don't sweep correctly, don't keep rescuing them. Give them room, of course, to do and to learn the things you want them to learn. And of course, create a routine. But the question is, are you there to follow through the routine? Good question. Because guess what? One time we had a discussion still with her here. That which you want to see done will not be transmitted through osmosis. Sure. It requires proximity and your presence and your follow through equals patience. God bless you.